Welcome to Learn and Go Go, the podcast. Hey guys, it is Sydney. Happy Wednesday. I am so excited to already see so many people on here. Say hey in the comments. I see Mortimer. How you doing, buddy? So awesome to be back Wednesday. Thank you for understanding that last week I just was wiped. The night before, I didn't realize that if you get epidural injections, that they could give you insomnia. So I was up like almost all night the night before, and I just did not have it in me. So thank you for your understanding. I missed you guys though, and I'm so happy to be back tonight. Hey Dustin, thank you for hopping on here. Yeah, I'm still in trouble on Facebook. So thank you for coming over to YouTube to join me because I'm still in the naughty chair on Facebook because of a Valentine that I posted. It's so stupid, especially because I got it out of my Facebook memories because I had posted it before. And they still tell me about every third day that they've removed my post. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I was there. So, hey, Tyler, thanks for hopping on here too. Good to see everybody tonight. I am feeling so much better. Thank you so much for asking. If you've ever had nerve pain, I know not everybody, like the epidural injections kind of are a hit or miss for people. So I'm just very grateful that it worked for me. Definitely speak to your doctor about it if you're experiencing nerve pain, but I'm so grateful that I was months, I was down for the count, I couldn't work out, and now look what I can do. So I'm very, 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 very grateful. I'm sorry. Hey, Lucy resident. Thanks for hopping on here. I'm trying to figure out, I think the sound feedback is well back. Oh no, really? That makes no sense because my Ethernet cable is plugged in and I was pretty sure. Okay, somebody else says, what is beeping? I have no idea. So let me see if, let's see here, because I can't hear it on my end at all. That's annoying. All right. So what I'm going to do is let me go to the Wi-Fi and then you guys tell me if it's still. Is that any better? Let me know. I'm going to unplug the Ethernet cable and plug it back in again. It's so annoying. I thought I had it fixed. I hate when you think you're like, you beat something and then it comes back and it beats you. All right, let me see. So, nope. Okay. Can't get the Ethernet cable to come out. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So let me unplug the mic. I'll plug that back in. We'll see if that makes a difference. Is that any better? So you guys can let me know. Only when I talk. Okay. So maybe it is the microphone. All right, let me go into my settings. This is real time. All right, default microphone. We'll see if that makes a difference. Oh, okay, Dustin says better. Okay. Hopefully that's better. I'm so sorry. Okay, Mortimer says it's better. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know, guys, because I can't hear it at all on my end. And then I go back and I listen to it after the fact and I'm like, what the hell is that? So, okay, leaving it alone. I'm leaving it alone. Thank you guys for your feedback about my feedback. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's annoying as hell. I'm so sorry, but thank you for letting me know. Okay, cool. So we were talking about feeling better. So I hope you guys are all feeling great today. I hope you're having a good hump day, however you have decided to spend it. If there's anything that I can shout out for you, put it in the comments. I'm always happy to share what you guys have going on so that we can get more eyeballs on it. I know I keep bringing this up, but it's because it's such a biggie. This is my last podcast in my 40s. So thank you for joining me tonight. I think I'm just kind of just shaking my head about this whole 50 thing. Like, I don't feel scared. I don't feel nervous. I'm just kind of perplexed that I'm here already, if that makes any sense, because I don't feel it. Like, I don't feel, I mean, I did before these injections, I felt kind of like I was getting older, but I think mentally I'm still like 20, 30, 25. So it really just kind of blabbers my gas that I'm going to be 50 next week because I don't feel it. So I think that's a good thing. I think maybe that's why I keep bringing it up, because I'm just so perplexed that I blinked and I'm here. But I do think about all the experiences that I've had and how lucky I am to have so many really cool experiences and meet so many awesome people, especially you guys in the comments. I love you guys. And the fact that most of you I've known less than a year is crazy, because I feel like you guys have been my friends forever. So, yeah, and I mean that in the best way, So to me, it's kind of like, wow, like, how'd we get here already? But it's cool. And I think that I've done a lot of growing, especially in the past couple of years, as far as, like taking on things for myself. Because when my kids were growing up, I always put them first, my husband will encourage me to do things for myself, but I always put him first, so this has been a couple years of telling myself it's okay. I'm allowed to do things for myself. It's not selfish. It's necessary. Self-care is necessary. It is not selfish. So definitely, sorry, I'm chewing ice for a bit. I don't want to mess with the mic. Definitely. Thank you, Mortimer. Mortimer said, I would like a shout out to everything I need to know I learned in GoGo. Thank you. If you haven't already gotten your copy, you can get it at learnedingogo.com. And this shares a lot of the stories that have gotten me to where I am now. And it's, I think I'm doing pretty good. So I like that, all of these stories either have helped me to be a better version of myself or teach me what I don't want to be. And that's an important lesson too. Hey, so Severian's on here too. Hi. And I saw Luna Project saying hey to Mortimer. Everybody's saying hey to Mortimer. You guys are awesome. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Dustin says you have had an incredible life. You have lived more than many people in multiple lifetimes. Thank you. I just try to thank you. Yeah, so Severian just got his copy replaced. Thank you again for that. And I hope that your friend enjoys her copy as well. So yeah, what was I going to say? I'm so it's been a day, and it hasn't been a bad day. It's just been like a cuckoo day. So hey, Lizzie's here too. Lizzie's saying hey to everybody. Yeah, so one thing that I have learned in the past, definitely in the past couple of months, if you know what I mean, but in the past few years, is that it's okay to remove people from your life that no longer are positive influences on you. And I don't mean, that nobody's allowed to have a bad day or go through something terrible and they, need to reach out and connect with you. That's not what I mean at all. What I mean are the people that are tearing you down, that are impeding your growth. And that to me, has been in the forefront recently. Oh, hey, Movie Crew 17's hopping in here too. So I was talking to a friend of mine recently, and she was going through the same thing, because sometimes it's hard to remove people, especially if they've been in your life a long time. It's hard to say, okay, well, maybe, and I said to her, I'm like, we as humans grow like plants, right? Like a lot in the same way. And the way that a plant can continue to grow and bloom and thrive is that you need to prune off the dead bits, the brown leaves and stuff like that, that are keeping the plant from growing. And it's the same in our relationships. Like if somebody is toxic or abusive or even just pulling you down, like some people just do that, then, like either take a step back or snippy, snippy, snip. So that's been on my mind a lot lately. Let's see what we got going on here in the comments. Because I thought I saw, Luna Project's asking if I'm still being spanked by Facebook. I am still in the naughty chair till the 16th, but my next podcast won't be until the 19th. So yes, on the 19th, the week from today, I will be back to being able to go live on Facebook and YouTube. And yes, I did try, and it was like, like the Family Feud, like you are not allowed to go live on Facebook. So that is on my Sydney author page, my Sydney page, and my Learning Yoga page. They were just like all three. I'm grounded. So stupid. It was a funny meme, but it wasn't even that funny. Like to get over a month of in trouble over her. At least it should have been, something more than that. Lizzie says, turning 30 got me bad. Oh, I hated it. 40 felt amazing. Little concerned about 50. We'll see. I honestly, when I turned 30, my girls were, my older one was 22 months old and my younger one was a month old. So I really didn't even know my name, let alone to be worried about turning 30. I was so sleep deprived and goofy. 40 was great. Like had an awesome party with a lot of friends and like just had a blast. So I think also having a major life-changing event in my early 30s and then I got divorced and then, got with my now husband and everything like that. 40 was kind of like, because everything had settled into that new chapter of awesomeness. So I dug my 40s and I've done a lot, that's when I wrote my book and that's when I started doing podcasts and that's when I met all of you guys. So the 40s have been phenomenal. I'm very, very happy. Let's see here. You guys are so awesome. I love that everybody's like, a lot of people in this chain is fabulous people. A great way to spend a Wednesday night. Like you guys all rock. And I just love being with all of you and hanging out for this hour. Like it feeds my soul. So yeah, cut the weeds from the grass. Exactly. Luna Project says 50s are so far so good. That's good. That is awesome. Lucy says you can like naturally phase them out. You can do that with some people. Some people are like the little like hitchhikers or like the stickers, like you try to phase them out and they're just like stuck on. But yeah, some people you can, like just separate but I've been noticing online, especially people that I don't necessarily know in real life, but online that are just their views are completely opposite of mine. Like, you can have different opinions on things, but when it comes to morality and, like human rights, I'm really not going to get political. I try not to get political on here, but when you are completely in a different camp than me, then this is kind of a time. Let's see here. Dustin says, I agree. Some people are in multiple chapters of our lives, some in one and some are a footnote. Yes, I like that. That's how life works. Some people are here for a reason and some are here for a season. And like I said, everybody can teach us lessons, whether it's how to grow as a person or to say, you know what, that's exactly what I don't want to do with my life. So thank you to everyone who has taught lessons, in all of my years. Let's see. Mortimer's still got 4.5 years till 50, you youngin'. All right. And Skull says, I'm going to keep quiet from anything age related. I'm still young. You are, yes. And you enjoy it. You know, like, there's definitely like times in our lives that you're just never going to get back. So enjoy as much of every part of your life as you can, because each stage is important and they're completely different, you know. And I know I sound like, get off my lawn, you know, but seriously, like, the older I get, the more I'm like, I'm really glad I did that in my 20s, because there's not one cell in me that wants to do that now. Or, you know, like, I'm really glad that I'm getting to do this now because I wasn't ready for it in my 30s. You know, there's definitely different ways to be in each phase of our lives, is what I guess what I'm saying. So let's see. Oh, they kept you in Davy Jones' locker and are going to send you through the perfume store to get out of Facebook jail. If you guys aren't SpongeBob fans, you don't know why that's so freaking funny, but that's hilarious. Thank you. Let's see. Luna says, I block people often. Yep. Lizzie says, can't agree to disagree on basic decency. Exactly. Johnny's here. Well, hey, buddy. Thanks for hopping on. Of course you're here for a reason, Skull. Silly goose. Yes. I'm so glad you're here. It's awesome. Let's see. And Luna says, I hate when I come across a page and they have clickbait or just other stuff I don't want to see. I don't know if you guys are on Threads. It's like kind of Instagram decided to come out with a competitive or a competing platform to Twitter, is how I look at it, because it's kind of the layout kind of reminds me of that. So I've been over on Threads a lot, and I get all these notifications all the time that so-and-so started following me, and I'm like, oh, cool, let's see what we have in common. And it's porn bots. It's like, can we not with the porn bots? Like, I want to connect with different people, but that really, Threads is like right on it. When you post something, all of a sudden your algorithm is like all about that. So I've been enjoying it because I can say, you know, about being an author, and then there's a lot of authors on there, or, you know, like, I love cows, so I can, you know, like, and then my news feed's all cows. I can make it as happy as I want to make it, and I like that. I'm a diehard Facebook person, though. Like, I've been on Facebook since you used to get the little fish and the little plants for your garden. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was like 2006, I think. And then I had to get a new account when I got divorced because my email was anyway. But yeah, like, that's crazy. So there's so many platforms. So don't be afraid to pick and choose which ones are the best for your mental health, because not all of them are. Let's see. So Severian says, I'm in a bitter blocked state with my brother, LOL. Yeah. That doesn't, you know, like, sometimes you just need to take a break from, you know, it doesn't matter how you're related, whether sometimes you just need to be like, okay, I need a break. So let's see here. Mortimer says, I have to watch my choice of words unless I go live, because they just don't get my sense of humor on the tube. I know you're always winding up in the naughty chair over there. So let's see. How many chats do I have on Instagram? I'm trying to catch up with my chats on Instagram, because so many people send me videos and they're funny and I want to watch them, but I'm not always in an environment where I can. So then it's like, okay, well, I'll get back to that later. And then, oh, shiny, you know, and then it's like 2 days later, and now that one particular person has sent me 15. Sissy, you know, I'm looking at you. And I haven't had a chance to go through them all, but I do try and go through everything that everybody sends me, because I appreciate when people send me things and I want to check it out. But not knowing what it is, and knowing that my friends know my sense of humor, I can't always click on things if I'm out in public, because it might be extremely inappropriate. Hilarious. but inappropriate. So, we'll sometimes I like get backed up. Let me see. Right now I have, do I only have, I think I only have, seven unopened chats right now on Instagram. That's not bad for me, actually. Let's see. Luna says, I send things I think the goddamn program would like. Absolutely. And that's what's so funny is the things that I send to different people. So it's like I will get something that I'm just like, okay, that's going to my co-host on the goddamn program because that's a different animal from what I send to, like, I can't even think, my kids, like there's just certain things go to certain people. And I love when you guys send me stuff and then I can be like, oh, I know who I'm sending that to. Because that's hilarious. Let's see. Got that screen cover. What screen cover? I'm confused. Johnny says, in 1 month, I get to see our buddy Reese in Detroit. Oh, that's right. I'm so excited you're going to get to see Reese. I'm so jealous, too. And if you guys are in the Detroit area, go see Johnny. Put the name of the con. I can see the picture, but I can't think of the name of it. Put it in the comments. So I can give it a shout out. And Mortimer says, that's awesome. Reese is awesome. Yes, absolutely. Oh, okay. Lucy Resident says there's a screen cover that you can get from the phone company that covers your screen so nobody can look over your shoulder and see what your screen is on your telephone. That's pretty cool. I didn't know such a thing existed. All right. That's pretty cool. Because I've got like the wallet phone, so I can kind of do that, like it can be a little bit sneaky. But if it covers the whole thing, that's even better because you never know who's like looking over your shoulder at your business. So very cool. Movie Crew 17 says, you can't let people bring you down. It's best to break away from them. Some people just like to feed off of your energy. That is so true. But when you need to talk to someone, they are nowhere to be found. Health is wealth. 100% yes. And that's another thing. I'm going to get my cane again. But the older that I'm getting, the more my mental health, especially, and my physical health is becoming a priority. And anyone that is not respectful of that can, because like it's too easy to get wrapped up in things and spiral and not take care of yourself. So, okay. Johnny says, Detroit Comic Book and Toy Show. Awesome. I thought I had like a different name. Very cool. Go see Johnny. 100%. It looked like a little teddy bear I'm wearing my contacts too, but like out of the corner of my eye, I was like, is that a teddy bear? But it's 100%. Johnny says, I'm excited because one of the other guests wrote the foreword in my third graphic novel of The Frozen Dead. That is so cool. You're going to have so much fun. I'm so excited for you. And Luna says, how's the shots? How often do you have to do them? So love them, love them, love them. When I got them, it didn't hurt. Like they numb you up. And mine are in C6 and C7, which I thought was like in like this part, but it's actually kind of in between my shoulder blades, like a little bit higher than my shoulder blades, but my upper back, because I thought it was like my neck. So what happens is the doctor, basically you get Novocaine for your back. I don't know what kind of topical anesthesia it was, but it numbed it. And, I'm laying there with my head in like the toilet seat kind of thing on the table. And you got to be still. And they just do the shots. And like they were clicking through the MRIs and he would say picture, and then the assistant would click it so he could see where to put the steroids. And he said it can take up to 2 weeks for complete, to completely see what it does. Because right now it's weird. Like right here is still sore. It's like kind of my bicep, but kind of not. But other than that, it's amazing. It's a miracle. And you can get them up to 3 times a year, from what I understand. So hopefully mine will last and I won't need to get them that often. But if I do, I'm going to be like jogging into the doctor's office, like, do it again, and hope that it continues to give me some relief, because I'm so grateful. It's been a miracle. I've been able to work out again. I'm being very, very cautious. I'm easing back into my workouts. When before this pinched nerve became a pain in my butt, I was doing like the dumbbell swings. If you guys saw my video, that I'm like, that was my favorite move from the other day. I was doing that with like a 50-pound weight, and the other day I was doing it with like 2 5s. But I'm being smart. It's like, you can't jump back in where you were months ago. That's not, I have to meet myself where I am. I did a lot of years of fitness coaching. So right now I'm pretending I'm coaching myself, and I'm telling myself the things that I would tell one of my challengers that I was coaching. I'm having the same discussions with myself. So, yes, lidocaine likely, probably. Thanks for hopping on, Keith. He said, gotta go. My fingers are sticky from glue. Need to finish the werewolf costume. If you got fingers full of glue and you're doing the werewolf costume, you're going to look like, oh my goodness, it's going to be like one of those old rumors about hairy palms. But I can't wait to see the werewolf costume when it's done. If you guys are not following the Red Huntress series, I post about it all the time on my page. Just go to my page. You'll find the link to it. Please follow it. Please share it. We're always looking for supporters because it's all indie, and we rely on the generosity of other people to be able to continue the story. So please, please, please check it out. Let's see here. Oh, Johnny says, more importantly, Annie gets to visit her dad, which is awesome. I love that so much. Let's see. And Luna says, could that be from getting back into exercise? I was wondering that, but it was from that day. It's been the same spot in the same kind of soreness. And I didn't work out for like the first few days, and it was the same pain. So I think it's just the way it is right now. But like I said, I'll take it. I'm very grateful to just be having that. That is so like no biggie. I'm very, very grateful. Let's see. Lizzie says, Mortimer's been calming the shakes with a video of an American woodcock singing inserted into Collective Soul's Shine. It's so adorable. Oh, that sounds adorable. Come on and shine. That's all I'm going to do. I don't want to get in copyright trouble again. I'm already in Facebook trouble. I've already been in copyright trouble. I will never not be getting into trouble. I don't think, no matter how old I get, I will always be getting into trouble. I'm also getting warm in here, so I'm going to ditch the hoodie, but it might be back. So Luna said, don't do it. Nope, I'm not singing. A, because I love you guys. And B, because I don't want to get into trouble. So speaking of taking care of ourselves mentally, physically, self-care, put something in the comments that you like to do that is self-care. You do, it's good for your mental health, something that you enjoy doing. I love doing this podcast and talking to you guys. It is so good for my mental health to catch up with y'all. Even if I talk to you during the week in Messenger or whatever, this is just such a fun community, and I appreciate all of you guys. Let's see here. What? Sister Varian said, did anyone see the news about restless leg syndrome drugs causing women to become dangerously promiscuous? No. But to me, it's kind of like when you see the pharmaceutical ads, and they're like, some of the side effects are things like gambling. And there was one of the side effects was adultery. And I'm like, these test groups, they have to report anything that's said. And somebody got caught gambling and cheating on their wife, so they blamed the drugs, and then the drug company has to say it. Like, that to me Sounds like dangerously promiscuous. I've never heard promiscuity described as dangerously promiscuous before. That's pretty funny. Hey, Rebecca's here. Hey, sweetie, I'm glad that you're here now. Thank you so much for joining us. That is awesome. Let's see here. Luna says, I've been getting away from soda, drinking a lot of water. I love earthing, going outside, put your bare feet in the grass or sand or water. I must say that I have noticed a huge difference since I stopped drinking soda, which, I mean, for me, that's been, I just did some quick math because it was January 2018. Wow. But the longer you stay away from it, the better you're going to feel. Like at first I missed it. And I think that's why I do like the sparkling water with the vodka, because I like the bubbles. That being said, I won't just like grab a can of sparkling water. I don't like it as a drink on its own, I guess. But no, I'm very proud of you. That's awesome. And I can't wait to do earthing again. Like in the summer, I love walking around barefoot. It's just been too cold for me to do it now. And there's too much dog poop outside right now. So I need to wait until that's all under control. And then I can do that for sure. Let's see here. Oh, thank you, Johnny. Said great job with Dad Meant to Geek Den. I had so much fun. Was that last week? Wow, that went by already. With the guys from Dad Meant to Geek Den, we were talking about Kevin Smith movies, and we just got like completely off the rails. But I still have my Kevin Smith pictures here from doing that. From doing that podcast. I was looking around because I had some other Kevin Smith stuff out, but I must have put that away. That Funko Pops and stuff. But yeah, definitely, like, that was so much fun. That was really good for my mental health. Oh, so Severian says it's not just women dangerously promiscuous. That's funny. I like that I automatically thought that, because most of the time guys don't get accused of being promiscuous. So I like that you clarified that. Luna says, I love my sparkling water. What kind do you like? Because I like the polar pomegranate's my favorite. Or like the black cherry. Mortimer says, I really like for mental health, I listen to classical music. Okay. That's really cool. And Johnny says, I drink alcoholic soda. The adult Mountain Dew is my new favorite drink. I used to love to do the dew back in the day, but I don't think I could even have a smidge of that right now. My head might explode, but I'm glad that you like it. So that's cool. Rebecca is saying, hope everyone is having a good night. So better now that you're here, sweetie. That is awesome. Okay, Waterloo Black Cherry, and you said you like polar too. Rebecca wants to be a cat. I get that. If I could sleep like my pets do, that would be awesome. I had acupuncture today, which is something that I do for self-care. It's another mental health, physical health thing. And I passed out. Like, again, head in the toilet seat. Like, that's been like my thing lately, between, getting the shots and then like acupuncture, you have to lay face down. I never go to get a massage, or I'd do that too. But I snorted myself awake like 3 times. I kept falling asleep and it was wonderful. And I only have 5 take-home needles today. So that's an improvement. I'm getting less tense. So I'm going to take that as a win. Oh, wait, it's sugar-free. Johnny says it's dangerously good and it's sugar-free. Oh. Because Lizzie says she wants to try that Hard Mountain Dew. So I have not seen the Hard Mountain Dew. But now I'm intrigued that it's sugar-free. But it's still kind of a soda, though, and I haven't been drinking sodas. And so Severian's agreeing with Mortimer on the classical music. So I think I told this story in my book, which I'm going to blatantly plug again because it's my show, damn it. Yes, everything I need to know, I learned in Go-Go, how Preacher's daughter pole danced her way to finding her true self, which is pretty funny because I don't think I said that at the beginning of this podcast because I took a week off and now I'm not in practice. I had an apartment back in the mid 90s, and the guy that lived downstairs would blast Rod Stewart, Maggie May Live, and Elvis Presley, How Great Thou Art, over and over and over until like 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. And the one day my friend was over and we had just had it because it was like full blast coming from downstairs. And so we took, the old stereo with the big speakers, and we put the speakers down on the ground and we played Beethoven at like top volume. And it was like, bum, 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 like the speakers. Oh, so whenever I think of classical music, I think of that. And that's good for my mental health because it makes me laugh. I think that's Beethoven, right? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Luna, I'm so sorry. She said my neighbor blasted Celine Dion. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Let's see here. What else do we have going on in the Hey, Cody! Cody's here. My mental health helper is metal. Lots and lots of dark, nasty metal. Nice. I love that. Luna's not a hard Mountain Dew cherry fan. Okay. And Johnny says they even have Live Wire and Taco Bell flavor. Taco Bell Mountain Dew? I'm out of the loop, man. I don't know what that means. Lizzie said, LOL, one time I snored so loud I could hear it in my dream and followed the sound. By the time I could identify it too late, I was out of the dream and back to awake. It'd be funny if, like, in your dream, you followed it and it was like a bear. Like you like followed the sound of your snoring and it wound up being like some animal like that. My dad and his college roommate, when this was, after college, because my dad and mom were married. So they must have been staying with my godfather or my dad's college roommate or whatever. They took a reel-to-reel tape recorder and recorded my poor mom snoring. And the two of them were making up a whole, like, and we're going through the woods and we're coming up upon the wild bear, and then they'd stick the mic in my mom's face while she was snoring. I wish I could find it. I've only heard stories about it. I've never heard the actual reel-to-reel, but that's hilarious. Let's see. Yeah, Lucy Resident says sugar-free, that's dangerous. Okay, and Luna says Taco Bell has their own special Mountain Dew flavors. I had no idea because I don't eat Taco Bell and I don't drink Mountain Dew, but that's interesting. I'm guessing they don't taste like tacos. What is it? Because, like, I've seen, like, Baja Blast. I think that's a Mountain Dew. Like, there's a blue one and, like, Mountain Dew's, like, green, but different colors. So what is a Taco Bell flavored Mountain Dew? I'm curious. I had a friend that used to mix Mountain Dew and wild turkey and call it Mountain Don't. That was back in the day. And the other Mountain Dew story that I have, because I used to live on Mountain Dew and Marlboro Reds in college, they used to sell the 3 liters of Mountain Dew. Do you remember the 3-liter sodas? And this came up recently, me and my best friend. We were out driving and I took, I had my 3-liter and I opened it. I'm in the passenger seat and I start drinking it and she just hits the brakes and just covered. I was so pissed. Just Mountain Dew all over the place. Baja Blast is exclusively Taco Bell. I've gotten 12 packs of that for my daughter. So they at least sell cans of it in the market here, but maybe it started out as a Taco Bell flavor and then expanded. That's the word I'm mimicking here. Let's see. Lizzie said, a bear might have kept me asleep. It was just me spotlighted in darkness and this god-awful noise I was determined to track down. That's hilarious. And Johnny says, it's not exclusive anymore. LOL. That's funny. Mortimer says, I used to be able to sleep so soundly on my back with my arms crossed. Lizzie would have to wake me because she thought I was dead. That's how I've been sleeping. Like when I was having trouble sleeping with my arm, I would lay, like I have the pillow under my knees because that's how my doctor told me, like, and he's like, don't use the pillow under your head if you can help it, but I can't sleep with no pillow. So I'd have like a kind of a smushy one, but I'd wind up laying like like this. I look like Nosferatu. But I slept. I slept really well, actually. So maybe that's, that's the way to do it. On Johnny's sending a big hug to everybody in the room. Love you, buddy. That's awesome. So happy. You guys make me so happy that everybody's here tonight. That's awesome. Baja Blast is a Taco Bell only restaurant wise, I believe Rebecca says. Okay. That could be. But yeah, I know that they sell it in the store. And Johnny says they have the alcoholic version of Baja Blast. You guys are going to have to report back to me next week. Anybody who's trying all of these hard Mountain Dews. I don't think I can do it. Is it, well, this would be the factor. Is it like a malt? Is it like a White Claw, how it's a malt beverage? Not like Stateside, I like because that's vodka and juice and sparkling water. It's not like malt. So is the mount like a White Claw is like a malt. And so I'll have like a sip and be like, oh, that's good. And then the next sip, I'm like, ew, cherry beer. Like I don't like it. So that's why I'm asking. So Luna says no other restaurant has it. Okay. And Mortimer says Lizzie has rum from the Fallout game series. I didn't know that existed either. That's cool. And Johnny says right near the restaurant has it, but it is available in my Hard Mountain Dew. They're really expanding a lot on those kinds of beverages. Like there's Hard Sunny D. I don't know if you guys have seen that. The Mike's Hard Lemonades have gone cuckoo bananas. There's a million different kinds of that, including zero sugar. Dunkin' Donuts has hard drinks. Like, stop it. Like everybody's at the party now. It's like, oh, okay, whatever, we'll join the party too. So let's say Johnny says fucking typo. I don't know what the typo was. Yeah, that's weird. And Mortimer says they have sodas in the game called Nuka-Cola. Okay, I've never played the game, so. But that's cool, though. Like, you get all the different branding. There were, I think they were IPAs, but they had sugar skulls on the cans. And so I kept the can. I didn't drink it. They didn't drink it, but I kept the can because I like the sugar skull on it. So that's a lot of the marketing too, is either the nostalgia of, okay, well, here's a Mountain Dew for grown-ups, or they'll make the decoration on the can something that's like, that might taste like ass, but I want the can, so I'll buy it and I'll dump it out if it does, So, my dogs are going crazy. Lizzie said, don't remind me, I'm so mad about that. They misrepresented the bottle, so it's this huge, ugly thing, and the rum tastes like sunscreen. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Drunken Donuts, I love it. I have my Drunken Grown-Up shirt I was wearing a couple weeks ago. But that's hilarious. Let's see. And Johnny is on his second flavor and second tall boy this evening. So let's Tatiana, everybody. Whether you don't have to have booze to do the cheers. I have my for fuck's sake sticker. 5% alcohol. That'll do it. Whew. I don't know what mine is. It's vodka. I'm sure I could look it up, but I don't think it's 5%. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, this is malt. Johnny said, yeah, that's what I don't like those. I wish I did, but I don't. Because a lot of places don't have the vodka seltzers. They only have the malt kind of things. Which reminds me, back in the day, it was like Twisted Tea. I mean, there was Zima. You guys remember Zima? And then Twisted Tea. And then Captain Morgan came out with its own kind of hard iced tea. And that tasted like dirty ass water. That's why I don't even think they sell that anymore. That was horrible. Luna's having water with lemon. Awesome. Cheers to that. Like I said, it doesn't have to be alcohol. And Mortimer's got coffee. Very nice. Luna loves Zima. Did you put the Jolly Rancher in the Zima? Because that was always the big thing. You would open your Zima and pop a Jolly Rancher inside of it to make it taste better. But there was other, Smirnoff Ice. That was one of the big ones in the beginning too. Lucy Resident remembers Zima too. And Johnny says that he drank the Sunny D last week. So that was another one that the first sip, I was like, oh, pretty good. Third sip, I'm like, no, thank you, I'm done. Like, but I was cracking up that they had it. But I have, when I have stuff like that in the fridge, I have to make sure that everyone that comes over knows, like, it's booze. Don't drink it thinking it's just a regular Sunny D. So Lizzie's asking Johnny if it's a super strong malt like the Budweiser Ritas or less. Because the Steel Reserve Cherry Slushy, you can't even taste the alcohol. It's scary good. Steel Reserve? What is that, Lizzie? I don't know what that is. Please share. Luna says, I put grenadine in it or cherries with juice. I love cherries. They like mess me up though because I don't eat sugar normally, and then if I get a cherry in my drink, that messes me up more than the alcohol. But grenadine's good too, but same thing, it's like all sugar. Man, I'm like getting all nostalgic now for like the old mixed drinks I used to make when I was a bartender. We used to do like the blue raspberry snow cone shots. They were so good. And like the Swedish fish. You can make stuff taste scary good. That's how you get in trouble, when it tastes like really, really scary good. Johnny says it tastes just like Mountain Dew. So it must not be a super strong malt if it tastes just like Mountain Dew. Dang, man, I drank gallons of Mountain Dew back in the day. I'm surprised I'm not still awake from the amount of Mountain Dew I drank in the 90s. Johnny says, I used to drink Steel Reserve when I was a gutter punk. I won't drink it now. That's a good way to get blackout drunk, high gravity. I don't know what this Steel... Okay, I'm going to have to Google because I don't know what it is. Luna's heard of it. Cody says, put Skittles in Sprite. That'll give you diabetes. Put Skittles in Sprite. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I can't do any of that stuff anymore, but it was good back in the day. It was good when it lasted. That's one thing I wish that I didn't do, is cut out sugar completely, because now, like, Skittles and Sprite, I would go into, like, sugar shock. It would not be good. And then I, like, can't enjoy, like, if I'm at a birthday party, I can't have a piece of cake. I will be high for a day and then have a headache for 2 days. Like, I will get a literal buzz from the sugar. And I wish that I hadn't cut it out completely. I wish I just did moderation, but shoulda, woulda, coulda. I can't shit all over myself. So Luna puts gummy bears in vodka. I bet that's yummy. Mortimer says, Steel, I drink every goddamn program. Oh, okay. I still don't know what it is, but that's cool. Very, very cool. I'm trying to think what else was like back in the day. Obviously there was Boone's Farm, and like Mad Dog when you couldn't afford any like real booze. And let's see here. Lizzie says, 1 can is plenty for each of us, and we're hammered before the show's over. That is called, being financially responsible. That's what that is. Yeah, Mad Dog 2020, absolutely. Oh, cool. Johnny's sewing patches on his convention vest as we converse. If you guys have not seen the photos of Johnny's vests, go to his page because they are really cool. They're all different and they're all like really awesome. Yeah, you guys are talking about Mad Dog. I was a Boone's Farm girl. Like, I get Strawberry Hill or Country Berry. I'm sure that would just destroy my stomach lining now. But when you're young and you don't know any better, that did the trick. And there were other things too. I can't think of what they were now. Back in the day that you could get for cheap. But Luna loves Strawberry Hill too. I knew I would have more Boone's Farm fans in this audience. I knew it wasn't just me. And that was the thing in my dorm room, because I went to college in a dry county. Like, it wasn't even just the town. It was the entire county did not sell booze. So in order to go to a liquor store, the liquor store was like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. you'd have to find somebody with a car because we weren't allowed to have cars on campus. You'd have to find somebody that was 21 or older. Like, it was such a debacle. We only went to the liquor store once, and it was an overnight affair because it was like such a. So I found a bootlegger in town, and I swear I thought they only existed on the Dukes of Hazzard. He would bring, first of all, I would get in touch with him on my CB radio. Did I mention I went to college in Kentucky? So I'd get a hold of him on the CB. He would come to my dorm room, and I think I paid 15 or 20 bucks for a bottle of Boone's Farm, which is, $2 in the store. But when you're 18 and in a dry county and want to have some booze, he made a lot of money off of me. But that was so funny. He'd come to the door. It was like Rapunzel, like letting down something so I could pick up the Boone's Farm back in the day. All right. Johnny's saying, don't ever drink Steel Reserve. Okay. If it's the malt, I'm not gonna. Luna's asking if ever have Mickey's Big Mouth. I do not know what Mickey's Big Mouth is, so I don't think I do. And Johnny's saying, I used to drink it a lot back when I was in the music biz. Mickey's Wide Mouth and Red Beer. Well, the red beers were like, there was Red Dog, there was Red Wolf, there was Red. There's a different red too. And then there was the Jamaican, what was that, Red Stripe? Something like that. That just popped into my head. Okay, Johnny's saying that Mickey's Wide Mouth was the punk rock drink of choice as well. Okay, and Luna's saying it's a strong beer. I've never liked beer. So that's probably why I never heard of it, because I was never a beer fan. Let's see here. Mike's Hard Strawberry Lemonade from Walmart is dangerous. Yes, Cody. I've seen there's a whole bunch of different Mike's flavors now. I want to try the black cherry. Okay, Johnny said, if you ever find somebody with a bee tattooed on them from the Mickey's bottle, run away. Right, from the Mickey's bottle, run away and definitely don't sleep with them. Okay, that is some solid advice. Thank you. I will have to look up what the bee looks like. Not that I would be sleeping with anyone right now that, other than my husband, but it's good to know what to look for in the next life. Let's see here. They still make Red Stripe. Okay. Oh, it's a bee, like a buzz. Okay, I gotcha. Yay beer. I love those Red Stripe commercials. That's so funny. Yeah, I was never a beer drinker. Even, except in college when that was the choice, was, a keg of something awful. But yeah, I've never gotten on that. And sometimes I wish I did, because it's cheaper to go out and get a beer than a mixed drink most of the time. Oh my gosh, guys. Can you believe it's we're almost an hour in already? This has been so fun. And we just talked about getting drunk. Let's see. Lucy says, oh, I knew better. All right. Yes, I would have the kegs loaded up in my car. Haha, hollowed out. My trunk loaded with ice top with the kegs and head to the lake. All right. There's a lot of lake stories too. I know all you guys have lake stories too. There's nothing like hanging out at the lake. That is so fun. And the one that I used to hang out with was called the Nike base in South Jersey. It was an old army base that was abandoned. So all of the houses, it was all the base housing, they were all falling apart. But the lake was a man-made lake, and they had missiles in the lake. That was, where they used to store, I don't know. But anyway, the lake would glow in the dark at night. So it was always a big deal to dare each other to go in the lake. And we would go and play paintball because you could run around all the old housing and hide in the rooms and everything. There's so many things I did as a younger person that I'm glad I'm still alive, because those houses probably would have fallen apart around us. How we didn't die, I don't know. But we used to, run around playing paintball and everything, get all big and sweat, hot and sweaty, and then jump in the lake. And the one time, me and my two friends are in the lake, and somebody must have dumped a goldfish Because I was like, oh, he's only like this big. And of course, we named him Bob because we name everything Bob. But he only had one fin and he kept swimming in circles. And it was so funny and sad at the same time. But thankfully, he didn't have like 3 eyes being in that lake. But again, stupid. Why were we in the lake? Like, that was dumb. But I'm still alive. And as far as I know, I don't glow in the dark. So it's all good. Cody said, cue Guns N' Roses. That's funny. Night Train is nasty. Yes. Bottoms up. Let's see. Mortimer says, friends drunk around a bonfire at the lake, and I came out of the water as Jason Part 7. I can see you doing that. 100%. Hysterical. Luna said, I wouldn't swim in it because you're smart. You're smart, and we were dumb. Let's see. So Severian says, as an older adult, I went with my younger friend Becca and my 2 dogs at the time. We went traipsing through 7-foot weeds and poison ivy to explore an abandoned house. She almost fell through the floor into the basement. See, now that scares me. That's terrifying. Yeah. But again, we used to do that shit. There was like an abandoned house in the town where I grew up, and we'd all like go exploring. No, stupid. It's abandoned because it's falling down and it's not safe. Dumb ass kids that we were. Let's see. Oh, okay. There were 75 years of abandoned furniture pictures, 78 RPM records. My dad had a ton of 78 RPM records. Yep. Night Train is where GNR got the song. Absolutely. Lucy says, my poor Ford Falcon. Oh, my goodness. Oh, and just variant that it hadn't occurred to me till we were there how dumb it was. And, oh, you didn't go in. You knew better, see? I think a lot of us knew better. We just, at that age, you kind of feel like you're invincible. So you don't think things through. Like, falling through the floor would happen to someone else. Yeah, that's not going to happen to me. And then until you fall through the floor. Let's see. Mortimer says, Mortimer is not responsible for any old structures found near him or his crypt. There you go. And, oh no, the record's broke in the car, for which got bitched out about, even though I didn't know some idiot had put under the seat of the car. Oh, did you guys take the records and put them under the car seat and then somebody sat on them? That's odd. But yeah, you never know what kind of adventures you can have and things you can find. One of my besties growing up, we went on a church camping trip and we came across, I think we might have talked about that on here, the trailer in the middle of nowhere that had the bloody mattress and like the serrated knife that had blood on it and stuff like that. We booked it out of there before whoever owned the trailer came back. Because that probably would not have ended well if we were in there when the assumed murderer returned. Let's see. Okay, apparently she did put them under the car seat and there was other stuff rolling around. How do you put... I'm kind of confused about what kind of car it was that you could put it under the car seat and then when you sit on the car seat it smooshes, because usually... I don't know. I'm lost. But I'm sorry that the records got broken because 78s are, pretty rare. Dexter's hidey hole. Yeah, right? Exactly. That trailer was scary. But it made for a good story. And that's what any of us going around, that's all we can hope for, is to have good stories to tell. That's what I hope that whenever I reach the end of my existence, that I've had a lot of good stories that I've been able to share, because I think maybe that's part of why 50 is so to me, because 40, there's a decent chance I could live to see 80. 50, am I going to live to see 100? I don't know. That'd be cool, but the odds are not in my favor. So I think this is the first milestone birthday where I feel like I really do have more years behind me than in front of me. So I think that's why I'm being a little more reflective this time around and, like contemplating things and all is because of that. Like it's kind of occurring to me that, I've gotten over the halfway point more than likely. So I want to make sure that in the time that I have left, because any one of us go out and space garbage could land on your head. You don't know. So we need to make sure that we are doing the most we can with the time that we have. And that's why I love telling all of these stories, because that's how we're celebrating, the lives that we've had. Like sharing all of these stories is so fun. And I love hearing you guys' stories. Let's see. Wait, what did Cody say that I missed a whole bunch of comments here. Yeah, I love Cody coming out of left field with, has anyone else tried the cheese pizza Cheeto Puffs? Like, where the hell did that come from? I love it. Completely out of left field. And Luna says, I did, Cody. They taste like cheese pizza. Good to know. Because I didn't even know they existed. Johnny says, did I ever tell you the story about being with a bunch of friends, being drunk, breaking into an abandoned insane asylum in Detroit? You have not, and I want to hear it right now. That sounds amazing. Excuse me. And Luna also says that she's super reflective in the 50s, like once you get to your 50s. So that's, there's nothing wrong with kind of taking a step back and taking an inventory of the things that you've accomplished and the things that you still would like to accomplish. I'm sure we all have lists, and if you don't have a list, then make one, because there's a whole lot of shit in this world to experience. And every time you think you've figured out, okay, well, I want to do this, this, and this, go on YouTube or something. There's like an entire part of the world I didn't even know existed with like super cute animals. So now I have other things I want to pet. It's, you never know what's out there that you can add to your list. So definitely make those and do what you can to experience as much as you possibly can, to connect with as many people as you can. And the ones that aren't good for you anymore, disconnect from. Nothing wrong with that. Because at the end of the day, we can only do what's best for ourselves. So, and Lizzie says, I kind of want to experience an abandoned insane asylum in Detroit now. Me too. I say field trip, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Mortimer says, I want to walk the streets of Tombstone in period dress. That is so cool. And when you do that, you better video that shit, because I want to see it. That is awesome. Yeah, so I want to see Curse of the Ghostwriter when it's done. I'm excited about this movie, and I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see Legend of Bloody Bones when it's done. I can't wait to see Power of Positive Murder when it comes out. So even things that aren't like traveling, there's things I want to experience. I definitely want to, it just flew out of my head. Did you see it flash? I want to be able to remember what I'm thinking about. Yeah, I forget what I was going to say now. But this weekend, I will be going to Nashville with my husband to celebrate my birthday. And I'm super excited to see some friends that I met when I was there, 2015, 2016, some musician friends. And I can't wait to go watch them play. That's going to be a great time. We're going to do, it's a speakeasy true crime walking tour. So I'm super excited to do that. And I might expand my, I don't drink anything but vodka for that, because apparently at each of the stops, they have period cocktails. So, like the speakeasy would serve whatever, so you can try it. And even if I just try a little bit, Oh, thank you so much for hopping on here. I'm so glad you had fun. It was great to see everyone. See you again soon. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Have a great night. And thank you again for hopping on. This has been so fun. Oh yeah, take lots of pictures. You know me, Luna. I'm like the picture taker. I love it. I will take tons. Okay, Cody says, fair warning, this entire area is in a watch for severe weather on Friday and Saturday. I'm about an hour and a half from Nashville. Okay, thank you for that. We don't get in until Saturday night. So hopefully there is no severe weather, period. But if there is, hopefully we miss that. But yeah, like I haven't been in Nashville since 2015, 2016. And that was before the bomb, the guy that like blew up the minivan at 2nd and Broadway, which took out Benchmark, which was where I met my one friend that I can't wait to see her sing again. But I'm sad that that's not there anymore because I would have loved to have taken Dave there. But we're going to have a great time. So I'm excited for our weekend away. So that will be fun. Let me see what you guys have in the comments as far as Mortimer says, your birthday will kick some undead Victorian arse. I hope so. Yes. And that's the other thing. Like we didn't even consider that we're going to be there for St. Patrick's Day. Like, because my birthday is Tuesday, like it didn't even like cross our radar. So I don't know. Does Nashville do anything for St. Patrick's Day? I mean, it's all bars. You would assume that they would, but let's see here. You're going to watch for me on the live cams. I'm sure you will see my silly drunk ass being silly and drunk. Oh, yeah, so Severian. It was a guy, I don't even remember if they came up with a reasoning for it, but I'm pretty sure he was driving a minivan and just parked it and blew it up. It was Christmas a few years ago. 99% sure it was Christmas Day. If not, it was Christmas Eve. But yeah, took out that entire like corner of the downtown. So, and it was one of those things that happened and then like you never heard anything about it anymore, at least not up here. So that's cuckoo. Luna's saying maybe a parade. That would be fun. Oh, thank you, Cody, for sending me the maps. I appreciate that. Mortimer says, drink. If you may drink, if you're able, you drink with me, you'll be under the table. I don't know. God gave us all talents. I'm pretty good at drinking. So one of these days we will be like together in real life and then we can have a drink off. But I don't know. That might not be smart. We'll see what happens. But oh my goodness. Well, guys, we did not do pick a page. We did not do smash or trash. And I don't care because I had so much fun with you guys tonight. I hope you had fun too. I'm going to have to hop off of here. I have an early morning tomorrow, but I did not want to miss another Wednesday with you guys. I was so sad last week, but like I said, I could not keep my eyes open and I knew it would just be a train wreck. So I missed you all last week. Thank you for being with me tonight. And I cannot wait to see you all next week. And just remember, I need to get, do you guys remember a couple weeks ago, I totally forgot to do the ending credit thing. I almost did that again. What is it? What am I new at this? Oh, goodness. All right. So remember, when you do things in life, make sure you take everything on head first, because when you stick your head in the sand, you think you're hiding from the world, but everyone else sees the big ass. Love ya.